National Military Cemetery, Abuja, venue for the burial ceremony of a gentleman, our revered late Chief of Army Staff, Lt.Gen. Taoreed Lagbaja, Major Army Medal, who passed. Your Excellency, distinguished guests, very senior officers, ladies and gentlemen. Moment the pall bearers, the direct party as well as special party are marching smartly to the graveside.
Reload! Present! Fire!
One no shoot.
Reload!
You get one with no fire.
Yes. Yeah, my PC.
Present!
When they finish, we check out.
Empty your fire.
Unload!
Everybody know that.
Out! Present! Up!
May I please request officers and warrant officers in uniform to kindly please salute. Man that is born of woman has a but short time to live and is full of mischief. It comes up and is cut down like a flower. It flees as it were a shadow and never continues in one state. In the midst of life we are in death. Of whom may we seek succor? But of you, O Lord. Yet, O Lord, God.
CFR led Chief of Army Staff. The special guest of honor, very senior officers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Next on the program is remarks by the Chief of Defense Staff. May I, at this point, respectfully
to a comrade who became a friend and became a brother. We are gathered here today under the shadow of profound loss and sorrow as we bid farewell to a great patriot, an extraordinary military leader, and a man of immense courage, Lt.Gen. Taoreed Lagbaja, Nigerian Army Medal. I call him Labaski. His transition to glory has left an indelible void in the heart of the armed forces, the nation, and in the lives of those who knew and served with him. Lt.Gen. Lagbaja exemplified the finest ideals of military service, duty, honor, and country. Over the years, he distinguished himself as a soldier's soldier, a visionary strategist, and a compassionate leader whose legacy will inspire generations to come. His commitment to safeguarding our nation's sovereignty and ensuring the security of our citizens was unwavering. From his early days as a young officer to his ascension to the esteemed office of the Chief of Army Staff, General Lagbaja consistently demonstrated a rare blend of intellect, bravery, and humanity. He understood the complexities of modern warfare and the need for innovation in our strategies. Yet, he never lost sight of the human element, the men and women who serve under the flag and the citizens whose freedom they defend. He was a leader who walked the talk, whether in the office or in the battlefield. He led with integrity and purpose, earning the respect and admiration of his peers, subordinates, and even adversaries. His tenure was marked by decisive actions against insurgency, banditry, and other threats to our nation's peace. His efforts significantly enhanced the operational readiness and the morale of the Nigerian Army. But beyond his professional achievement, General Lagbaja was a man of profound faith, kindness, and humility. He was a devoted family man, a mentor to many, and a friend to all who crossed his path. His ability to inspire those around him was unparalleled, and his laughter, warmth, and wisdom will be dearly missed. As we lay him to rest in this sacred ground among heroes who gave their lives for this nation, let us resolve to honor his memory, not just in words, but in action. Let us strive to uphold the values he stood for: selflessness, diligence, and unity. To the family of General Lagbaja, we extend our deepest condolences. We assure you he is gone, but we are here. We will not leave you alone. We know your loss is immeasurable, but please take solace in knowing that he lived a life of purpose and left behind a legacy that will never fade. To my fellow officers and men, let us use this moment to recommit ourselves to the ideals to which General Lagbaja stood for. Let us ensure that his sacrifice and service continue to guide our steps as we defend this great nation. We're going to use his passing away to resolve further to defeat all enemies of the state, wherever they are, whether within or outside. As we lower him today into the embrace of the earth, let us raise our voices in prayer and gratitude for a life well lived. May God grant him eternal rest and strengthen us as we continue the noble cause to which he dedicated his life. Farewell, gallant soldier. Farewell, our brother and leader. May you find peace among the saints and eternal honor in the annals of history. That is our warrior. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me end this by warmly extending the appreciation of the officers and men of the armed forces to the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Tinubu, CFR, for his steadfast. Your Excellency, we remain immensely grateful and remain committed and loyal. Rest in peace, Lt.Gen. Taoreed Lagbaja. You shall forever remain in our hearts. Adieu, brother me. God bless you all. Thank you, sir.
That was Senator Godswill Apabio, the Speaker, House of Representatives, Right Honorable Tajuddin Abbas, and other members of the National Assembly here present, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Today, we gather with heavy heart and profound sorrow to bid farewell to a hero, brother, and friend, Lt.Gen. Taoreed Lagbaja, who served as the Chief of Army Staff until his passing on 5th November 2024. Since receiving the news of his death, I have felt an indescribable sense of loss and pain in my heart. General Lagbaja was not only a courageous soldier, but also an inspiring leader who led from the front, exemplifying steadfast dedication to service of our nation. His commitment was unwavering, and he will be deeply missed by a grateful nation and the entire armed forces of Nigeria. His distinguished career reflects the highest standards of military honor, professionalism, and bravery, a true patriot who embodied the core values of soldiering and served Nigeria without reservation for over 30 years. In his final days, he fought his own battle, but we could not save him from the grasp of fate. We are reminded that life and death are ultimately in the hands of our Maker. General Lagbaja's legacy, defined by his lifelong service to defend and secure Nigeria, will endure as inspiration for generations to come. His commitment to the well-being of his troops extended beyond the battlefield. As the Chief of Army Staff, he introduced numerous welfare initiatives to improve the lives of soldiers and enhance the Nigerian Army's structure. His dedication to the welfare of those he commanded remains a powerful testament to his leadership. Our nation owes him immense gratitude for his exemplary and selfless service. As we say goodbye to Lt.Gen. Taoreed Lagbaja, we pray to God to forgive his shortcomings and watch over his family. We will continue to remember him as a man of integrity, honor, who dedicated his life to serving and excellence. May the Nigerian Army and indeed the entire armed forces of Nigeria uphold the values he so passionately personified. On this sad moment, I wish to, on behalf of the entire Ministry of Defense, extend condolence to the father of our nation, President Bola Tinubu, CFR, on his irreparable loss. May Allah give you the fortitude to bear the demise of General Lagbaja. To the armed officers and soldiers of the Nigerian Army, I offer my deepest condolences. Also, I urge you to stay focused and steadfast in your duty, honoring Lagbaja's legacy by continuing the mission he held so dearly, that is defending Nigeria with strength, integrity, and pride. Once more, on behalf of myself, management and staff of Ministry of Defense, I express our sadness and deepest sympathy to his beloved family. Thank you for standing by him in defense of our dear country, even at great personal sacrifice. Know that his service, sacrifice, and legacy will forever be honored by our grateful nation. His life's work will inspire our future generations of the armed forces and index a shining example of dedication to Nigeria. Farewell, my friend. May your soul rest in peace. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you.
Me, as Commander-in-Chief, a courageous soldier, a general and officer who symbolized the best of his profession and whose commitment to the nation he loved was singular and undiluted. For me, he was a trusted advisor whose formidable intellect and breadth of knowledge served this nation well. More than that, yet, the hand of God works in its own sovereign way. The plans of God we cannot fully discern at a time when a service to the nation could mean so much. God took him home to serve in a celestial army. His departure could cause us great dismay. However, Lt.General Taoreed Lagbaja will not want sorrow to overtake us. It has been said that the brave never die. Their courage serves 1,000 living men. So be it then. May the courage with which Lt.General Lagbaja served and now shine forth live in each and every one of us. While we are saddened by his passing, we still celebrate his life. Thus, we must rededicate ourselves to the principles and love of a nation for which he stood. As such, I am filled with pride as the remarkable career of the selfless professional who gave everything for Nigeria. At moments like this, we must look to the greater purpose and deepest meaning of itself. Individually, we all are nothing but mere leaves in the wind. But when collectively wedded to great purpose, we become a strong house. This general dedicated himself to the preservation of the house we call Nigeria. Because of him, and men and women like him, this house shall stand firm and well protected. On this day, we pay tribute to a general whose story of illustrious service will be told for generations to come. For his courage, sacrifice, and leadership, Lt.General Taoreed Lagbaja will forever reside in the pantheon of military greats. The son of a mother's family, Lt.General Lagbaja was encouraged by paternal uncle to enlist in the army, enrolling in the Nigerian Army Defense Academy. In 1987, he rose to the highest rank of the Nigerian Army as the Chief of Army Staff. Prior to his appointment, Lagbaja held several prominent positions, including General Officer commanding of Headquarters 82 Division and Headquarters 1 Division. As President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, I worked closely with him. He was more than I could have hoped for. He was one of my best appointments, Lt. General Lagbaja embodied the finest ideas of a patriot and a soldier. He had an abiding faith in the capability and readiness of our armed forces to save key posts. From his hands-on participation in many internal security operations, Lt.Gen. Lagbaja had a clear understanding about the role of the military in securing and defending our country, its people, and their hard-won constitutional democracy. He displayed uncommon valor in the discharge of his duty and in the administration of the rank and file, for he cared about their welfare and that of their families. I remember the passion with which he championed the payment of the outstanding group life assurance benefits to the families of deceased persons, owing to his passion for the soldiers and colleagues. We gave some needed financial relief to the deceased families, clearing a backlog that had been growing since 2011. Many tributes from senior officers in Nigerian Armed Forces, serving and retired, have come forth. A common theme is that we lost an extraordinary general and a remarkable human being. One tribute states, and I quote, "In the annals of Nigerian military history, few leaders have left old, profound, and impacted on the nation's security architecture as Lt.Gen. Lagbaja." His tenure, though brief, and marked a transformative period. Nigeria's fight against insurgency and the banditry embodied the true essence of visionary military leadership. His passion marks the end of an era of a characterized by exceptional military leadership, unwavering dedication to national security, and remarkable achievement in the fight against terrorism. Lt.Gen. Lagbaja, our nation has indeed lost a rare gem who truly distinguished himself as a thoroughbred professional soldier. Throughout his military career, his legacy of service will be cherished forever. As an eternal symbol of our appreciation, I've granted late Chief of Army Staff the posthumous national honor of Commander of the Federal Republic of Niger, CFR. I invite his wife, Maria, to collect To you, the gallant officers, please do not let death defeat us. Lift your heads in pride in memory of your army chief. At the moment, he will have told you to honor him by pressing on gallantly with the unfinished business. And further, fight along, struggle along. And I, as Commander-in-Chief, renew my pledge to you today that the country will always support you and your families as you defend and protect our nation. To his beloved wife, Maria, the children, his family members, words can never convey our gratitude to you because you shared your beloved husband, father, and brother with an entire nation. You share him with us. Allow him to serve with honor. His sacrifice will never be forgotten. His life's work will continue to inspire all who serve with him. To not honor is no honor is higher than defending the motherland, which is what you are doing and what he did until he died. Lt.Gen. Taoreed Lagbaja was an embodiment of the honor that the nation deserves. The Lt.Gen. will continue to live in the hearts. It is the time to rest now. It's also left to the rest of us to carry on until the great job of securing and protecting this nation is done. Thank you very much for listening. May God continue to bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria and keep all of you and our troops safe. Thank you.
Taoreed Lagbaja, the 23rd Chief of Army Staff of the Nigerian Army, was born on 20th February 1968 at Ilobo, the Rekwadun local government area of Osun State. After completing his primary education, he proceeded to St. Charles Grammar School, Osogbo, where he obtained his West African School certificate. He was subsequently admitted into the prestigious Nigerian Defense Academy as a member of 39 regular course and was granted regular combatant commission on 19 September 1992 in the rank of second lieutenant. Lt.Gen. Lagbaja was of the Infantry Corps and rose the revered rank of Lieutenant General on 31st July 2023. His illustrious career was marked by unwavering dedication to duty, June 19th, 2023, by His Excellency Bola Tinubu, GCFR. He unfortunately died in Lagos, Nigeria, in the line of active service on 5th November 2024 after a brief illness. The late Lt.Gen. Taoreed Lagbaja distinguished himself as a consummate professional throughout his military career and attended instructional and operational capacities, which cemented his legacy as a dedicated and outstanding general. Some of these appointments include directing staff at the Armed Forces Command and Staff College, Judge, and 2 times commanding officer of 72 Special Forces Battalion. The distinguished senior officer was also the Chief of Staff, Headquarters 8th Task Force Division in Mongono, Acting Director of Operations, Army Headquarters, Department of Army Training and Operations, and Commander 9 and later 2 Brigade. His extensive operational expertise and intellectual acumen led to his appointment as Director of First Generation Army Headquarters, Department of Training and Operations, General Officer Commanding 82 and later 1 Division, before he was appointed Chief of Army Staff. He served as Chief Operations at the Army Headquarters, Department of Army Operations, where he played a pivotal role in shaping the trajectory of the Nigerian Army operations, making his selection as the Chief of Army Staff a seamless, deliberate, and fitting choice, reflective of his pristine expertise and superlative leadership in military operations. As Chief of Army Staff, his command philosophy was firmly focused on transforming the Nigerian Army into a well-trained, equipped, and highly motivated force towards achieving its constitutional responsibilities within a joint environment. True to his vision for the Nigerian Army, the late Chief of Army Staff left an indelible mark through a series of transformative initiatives and strategic accomplishments. Among his notable achievements was the establishment of the Nigerian Army Hospital at Muhammadu Buhari Cantonment in Giri, a significant contribution to the welfare of military personnel and their families. Recognizing the critical need for border security, he also oversaw the operationalization of the 248 Rookie Battalion, strategically positioned to safeguard Nigeria's borders with Niger in the northwest region. Furthermore, his tenure was marked by a decisive enhancement of the Army's operational capabilities through the procurement of 150 armored personnel carriers and 300 gun trucks, alongside other combat enablers. A pivotal achievement of his leadership was the full operationalization of the Nigerian Army Aviation with the acquisition of two by Bell UH-1 helicopters equipped with advanced sensors and enablers to conduct a range of missions, including reconnaissance, surveillance, logistics, and medical evacuation, among other functions for the Nigerian Army.
Additionally, he embarked on the construction and renovation drive for Nigerian Military School and Command Secondary Schools, giving the schools a complete makeover and improving the welfare of personnel's families. General Lagbaja, through this, sustained the vision of his predecessors. Late Lieutenant General Taoreed Lagbaja was an infantry general of exceptional brilliance and resourcefulness, renowned for his unwavering patriotism and impeccable reputation that brought reference to the Nigerian Army across numerous theaters of operations in the country. A fearless and daring Special Forces warrior who combined integrity with an unwavering commitment to duty, willingly assuming additional responsibilities with a steadfast sense of purpose. His patriotism was unmatched, leaving indelible marks of excellence and distinction everywhere he served. The late Chief of Army Staff achieved an uncommon service record by commanding an elite infantry special forces battalion twice, 2 infantry brigades, and 2 infantry divisions. Known for his forthright and principled approach, he was a senior officer whose extensive experience and gift of imparting knowledge enriched those around him profoundly. His conduct was exemplary, setting a high moral standard that resonated throughout his career. In recognition of his outstanding service and remarkable contributions across various operational theaters within and outside the country, he was bestowed with the following honors, awards, and medals. Nigerian Army Medal, Grand Service Star, Past Serve Course Dagger, Fellow, United States Army War College, Command Medal, Field Command Medal, Field Command Medal of Honor, General Staff Medal of Honor, General Operations Medal, Centenary Medal, Golden Jubilee Medal, and United States Organizational Stabilization Mission in the Democratic Republic of Congo Medal. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, here lies on this day, 15th November 2024, the body of late Lieutenant General Taoreed Lagbaja, a gallant professional soldier who never shied away from a battle, a gentleman officer whose words were his honor, a darling husband who protected his wife with all he had, a loving father whom, despite his busy schedule, took time to play with his children, a caring brother who, on his sickbed, rather than nominating himself for a national honor, instead nominated my good self, even before the idea of an acting arrangement came up. A worthy son of Nigeria, who was a friend to many, including those he knew, did not appreciate so much his principled way of doing things. A lover of his men, who, instead of concentrating on the treatment that actually took him abroad, was busy negotiating how to acquire all the modern equipment he saw for his soldiers on his return home. Unfortunately, he didn't make it back to us. He maintained a harmonious and supportive relationship with his subordinates and was always willing to help others. Little wonder, troops and their families hailed him like a generous politician whenever he visited them. He strove to add value to everything he touched, wherever he served. In honoring the life of the late Chief of Army Staff, we remember a man of amazing humility, unshakable integrity, and unparalleled dedication to God, family, and country. A man, though relatively small in size, but yet larger than life, whose legacy will forever be etched in the annals of Nigeria's military history. It is said that from dust we came, and unto dust we shall return. My dear friend and amiable classmate, my leader and jump master, the late Lieutenant General Taoreed Lagbaja, has bowed to Mother Earth. His death is indeed a great loss to his family, the Nigerian Army, and the nation in general. We love you, our dear Chief, but God loves you more. Adieu, Jump Master, Lieutenant General Taoreed Lagbaja. May your soul rest in perfect peace.
Present! Fire! Reload! Present! Fire!
One no shoot.
Reload!
You get one with no fire.
Yes. Yeah, my PC.
Present!
When
Fire!
they finish, we'll check out.
Empty your bag.
Unload!
Everybody know that.
Out! Three, stand up!
May I please request officers and warrant officers in uniform to kindly please salute. May I kindly request we please take our seats. Thank you, sir. The Acting Chief of Army Staff would equally make formal presentation of a condolence letter to the next of kin of our dearly departed Chief of Army Staff. Thank you, ma'am. You may please take. Thank you, sir. Your Excellency, the special guest of honor, very senior officers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, just before the clergy to please take post for the graveside ceremonies before the lowering of the casket to Mother Earth. I would also request the Chief of Staff to the Acting Chief of Army Staff, Brigadier General O.O. Nephew, to kindly please join the clergy to lower the caskets to Mother Earth, all after the ceremonies are concluded.
Present! Fire! Reload! Present!
One no shoot. You get one with no fire.
Yes. Yeah, my PC.
Present!
When they finish, we'll check out.
Empty it, right?
Unload!
Nobody know that.
Out! Please stand up!
May I please request officers and warrant officers in uniform to kindly please salute. May I kindly request we please take our seats. Thank you, sir.